get exposure and information. What is in a company? What is the best thing a company can use or can make use of in terms of providing its own exposure and information about itself, products, services, and other things pertaining to the company? What's one of the best ways for a company to provide exposure and information about itself? Plain and simple.
Database?
Okay, a database, but usually when we look up a company on the internet, okay, we type the company's name or something. What do we come up with? Usually the internet gives us what? It gives us a website of this particular company, right? So a website is very important in a company's profile. It's the best thing to have in e-business, international business. I think any successful, there's no successful company without a website. And I think you can agree with me on that. If a company can say, oh, we are very successful, we have been in business for a long time, we're growing very fast, we're making profits more and more each semester, but we don't have a website. I really doubt that that's going to be possible or happen at this point in time. So websites. The kind of exposure and information you can have through a website is very, very significant. Okay, so in addition to a website, companies that are proficient and they're competitive, they can provide information in different languages, particularly the languages of the clients. If, for example, they have clients or business partnerships with people in Spanish-speaking countries. You know, Latin America has a lot of Spanish-speaking countries, or most of the, if not all of the Latin America. That's why it's called Latin America. They speak Spanish. There's only one country in Latin America that speaks another language. That's Brazil. So it's very practical for companies to provide some information in Spanish if they deal with Spanish-speaking people. Or if they deal with Chinese people, it's practical to have some information in Chinese, with Chinese characters, or Arabic, or maybe one of the main Indian dialects, like Hindu. So these are all very practical things for companies involved in international business, and with the ability of our technologies and the internet, it's easy to do that at this point in time. Also, you want clarity in your information and your details about your products or services or other things. And that can be easily done with technology and with the internet. And that's why the internet is so essential and important in international business. So later I will pull up a web page for a famous company, perhaps Amazon, and we can look at their web page, and we can look at they have information in Spanish, in English, and I believe a few other languages. So that's what, when we talk about features and options available for e-business, we're thinking of all these different things like languages and maybe options of in terms of purchasing, you know, like a cart and different items available for purchasing and information about the items and so on and so forth. One thing I want to include here is the topic of social commerce, and I think some of you today will talk more about that. But let's try to understand this idea of social commerce and its significance when it comes to international business. So who can tell me a little bit about social commerce? What is the idea behind social commerce? Henry or? So briefly describe to us social commerce for your topic. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you're talking about social commerce, it's talking about between social media and commerce. The tools of commerce is social media. So when you with the social commerce are talking about your brand and product everywhere and every day. Social media is tools of commerce.
So social media is your means or your source of doing e-commerce or e-business. Very good. So let's look at some of the opportunities and effects of the internet, social commerce, social media, e-commerce, e-business that can have on the impact of business in general. And it's obvious that with internet and internet technologies, businesses can be set up much easier, faster, and not only set up, but to be maintained. For example, any of us can live in one place anywhere in the world, but we can have a business somewhere else. And through the internet and internet technologies, we can manage, we can organize, we can have a variety of things, like we can transfer information efficiently, we can send images, video clips that are important or related to the business. We can also do environmental scanning. Yes. And the important thing about environmental scanning is you can check on your competitors, you can see what you're up against, you can do lots of different things with the aid of technology. You can actually have video conferences with brokers, agents, business officers or business offices. If you have legal issues, you can even do that through video these days. So there's opportunities and perspectives. There's always